Hello and welcome, my friends. I am Lady Calimere, and I am doing my 338th presentation, and it will be on moss agate. Now, I have a few more pieces somewhere floating around my home. I just couldn't find them, but here is my mala beads of moss agate and my cut and polished stone made into hearts. Now, I don't have any raw pieces. I only have polished ones. Now, moss agate, guess what? Isn't technically a an agate at all because it's not banded. It's not banded. It's what moss agate really is. And you know how everyone likes to call this agate, that's a jasper, but they're not in the jasper family or the agate family. Well, this is so for this stone. This crystal is actually a chalcedony, and it it has other minerals in it. And no, at one time maybe people thought there was actually moss fossilized into this. Let me get the flash on. But it's not moss at all. It's not petrified moss in these stones. So that's another thing that I will have to dismiss. There is no moss in moss agate at all. So, and another thing I would like to really tell you about is that moss agate only has a most hardness around 6.5 to 7, and people are trying to make them into engagement rings, and they may be wonderful, beautiful engagement rings, especially when they are cut and polished just right. However, they are not as durable as a diamond or a sapphire, where sapphire is a 9 on the most hardness scale, and uh, diamond is a 10, which meaning these can scratch, especially if you wear your engagement ring every single day and for the rest of your life. So just know about that. Moss agate is pretty interesting, and we're going to get into that. So, moss agate, also what you need to remember, be aware of, it's now being faked or stones being dyed to look at it, to look like it. So just be careful in that. So, what moss agate is, it has dendrite inclusions of chrome, manganese, and sometimes even iron. Now, they are usually very green, but they can also have other colors in it. You will see sometimes red, whites, and browns in it. And the patterns are different simply due to the levels of oxidations of the minerals inside the moss agate. Now, they are mostly notably pretty much mostly green, but they can also, like I said, be brown. They even have some yellow and even black in it. Now, fun fact about moss agate, over 70% are mined and sourced from India. That's interesting, huh? Moss agate can be found across the world, but it's mostly sourced what you find on in the market today from India. They were also called the mocha stone. So it was named after not the coffee mocha, but mocha in Yemen. So that's just another stone. It's also known as a prosperity stone. Go figure. So it does deal with prosperity. Moss agate is the crystal structure is trigonal. It's going to work with the root chakra as well as the heart chakra. Now, like I said, at least around 70% is mined from India, but they also are found in the United States, Wyoming, and Montana. They're found in South Africa, Panama, Mexico, Yemen, I think Yemen, scratch Yemen, Armenia, Australia, Argentina, possibly Yemen, Iran, Mexico, Russia. So it's found in a lot of places. The astrological sign that this is going to deal with is Virgo. Its elemental powers is Earth, and its planetary power is the planet Earth. Moss agate is very much connected to the green of the earth. It's very much connected to the powers of forest, of the trees, the leaves, grass, and literal moss. And with this, it vibrates the natural power, the power of what some people call their church, their temple, the earth itself, the green, the forest, the jungles. This is going to connect you with the devas, the spirits of the earth, the fae folk, the fairy, the dryads within the trees, to connect you with these spirits. If you're looking to connect with this power, you can hold the moss agate and actually go into nature and start communicating, start making a relationship with these with these nature spirits. I can't say powerful, some of them may or may not be powerful. And interesting enough is that if anyone works with Belial, actually pronounced Belial or Belial, but Belial will be able to connect with him better. So the thing is, it's also going to connect you with earth deities like Pan, Yea, which is we pronounce Gaia here, but Yea in Greece. It's going to connect you with gods like Hernanos. This stone has the power to connect you with the life and the energy and the power of nature, especially with the wilderness. So when you get to places where it's still raw and natural, that's the power that can be contained in this stone, in this crystal. It's a great one for prosperity, for merchants, for good luck, and to attract abundance of money. Now, in America, we like to call our money the greenbacks. So, in America, we like to say green candles. And even in other, well, especially in America, green candles represent money for us. Where in some cultures, it's actually gold. But we use in America, you'll see in witches and Wiccans in America using green candles for abundance, prosperity, and money because of our dollars. But also, green represents growth for us. And I know in some places, green also represents justice. Like if you talk to a Santissima Muerte, they say their statues of green represents things dealing with the law. So, or contra la ley, against the law. Either way, green represents growth, and so does this stone represents growth. Growth in your abundance, growth in your bank account, growth in your wallet. Also, another thing dealing with growth and the green, did you know that farmers would put at one time moss agate, bury it in their crops to promote the growth of new crops and to make it grow fuller and faster? And even people will put it in their flower beds or inside the potted plants to increase the growth of their plants and the overall health. There, I mean by growth and abundance. Maybe it's that tomato plant you're growing. Maybe it's that rose garden you're growing. Maybe it's a crop of corn you are growing. Either way, it is said and it was used and believed that moss agate can help with growing your crops, your plants, and your flowers. Also, another thing is that moss agate was used as talismans by soldiers and warriors to be victorious and strong in battle, and to give them victory, overall victory. Moss agate is also now used for employment, to get that job you're wanting, to carry it with you during an interview so that you will have victory and success in getting that job. And also, it is said to keep one with you when you are working on your tax returns. Keep one with you when you are going gambling or maybe playing the lottery. I gotta remember to take mine next time when I play the lottery. I didn't win that $1 billion. Shucks, I could have done so much good. Oh well. It's also a stone, a crystal that is to attune to nurturing energy. It's also another one for stability and stable energy, to be as stable as the ground you walk on. In fact, it brings a sense of groundedness, and it is a good grounding one. It brings on feelings of security and safety and protection. It helps you, give you endurance and to feel centered, ground and centered. And it also gives you patience, patience to to complete the things you are working on and to bring the things you want to bring into your life. The patience to watch it manifest. Sometimes magic is not like McDonald's. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's hot and fast and easy. Other times it can be messy and hard. But the thing is, magic is not always like Santa Claus, neither is it like McDonald's. It's not always going to be fast, hot, and easy. It will bring balance to your emotional bodies. It will bring balance to your spiritual bodies. Moss agate is a wonderful crystal for crystal healers, for those who are doing healing energy, and it is wonderful to connect with the powers of healing and to speed up healing. It is a wonderful crystal to help keep you grounded and centered during some intense healing sessions. And again, disclaimer, if you need to go to the emergency room or see a doctor or take medication, please do so. But please feel free to use this to help you in your journey of healing and to be healed. It's a stone that is good for helping breaking addictions. Again, get yourself a self help group, go to a clinic if you need to, or check yourself into a psych for a psyche eval, whatever you need to do to break your addictions. But feel free to use this stone to help you. It's another one to give you a sense of purpose, a sense of, I know why I'm here, and I know what to do, and I know where to go from here. Inner peace, inner peace, inner peace. This is a stone of inner peace. Another one is, it is also a crystal of generosity. So on top of this, when things are going bad and things are rough, this is a soothing crystal to have on hand. This is a one to feel a nice embrace, a hug from nature itself. Look at the little red spots here I was talking about. It is a one to help you create your own little world, your own reality. And it's also your path to connect with nature. Very soothing and great for trauma, PTSD, and stress relief. It is a stone of meditation and peace of mind. It's also a crystal to help you relax. It's a great one for uh, problem resolutions and new beginnings in life. This crystal tells you don't lose faith. Stay the course. Stay the course. Don't lose faith. You, it's a stone of bringing things into fruition, into things that are unmanifest to manifest. If you're having problems, keep trying to complete a project. Maybe employ the use of moss agate, especially when you're just at your wit's end with something, but you really need to get it done. This is a great crystal for you. If you feel a little bit unstable or ungrounded, you feel erratic, you feel frazzled and frayed, this is a crystal for you. So if you happen to have those mood swings, or you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, this is a crystal for you. It helps to bring balance, the balance again of the spiritual and emotional bodies. What else can I say about this? Even in ancient times, this crystal has been used for luck, fortune, and healing, as well as agriculture. So, with the shades of brown and red, that's because of the oxidation levels of the iron that's within it. And sometimes, occasionally, quartz veins can be found in moss agate as well. So sometimes we can find quartz, crystal quartz in it. And that's why sometimes you get the clear stuff in it. Let me see. Some of this has gotten scratched. But I got these from reputable dealers. As you can see, this is more where you can see the quartz in it. Look at that. See right here? Yeah, right there. Y'all see it? You could find quartz within this. This is great when working with the element of earth in your rituals and the powers of the planet. Earth magic and working with nature. So, this is a stone of persistence, to persist, to endure, to go on. Remember that. So, not only does it deal with health and wealth and agriculture, but also spiritual understanding of the natural world and all its aspects. It literally opens the portals of and bridges of communications between us and the spirits of nature. It helps you to transcend your problems that make you feel that you're not whole, that you are not complete. It can help us to get to unattach ourselves from negative things, that those negative attachments. So to really communicate with our whole being, it is great for those who have actually become addicted to drama, especially emotional drama in their lives. Especially if people are going, now, Munchausen's is serious and it could be very serious, I should say. And if you do have it, please work on it. See a therapist, see a psychiatrist, but also work with this stone during this, because some people get a they can't help it. They make themselves sick and they go to the hospital and they get attention. They make themselves sick and people pay attention, and even to the point where they'll hurt others to get attention, which that is unacceptable. Which a person at this point really needs help. I'm not saying lock them up in an asylum. I'm saying help to really, I'm not going to get into this because I don't want to get off the topic of moss agate. But for those who are addicted to emotional drama in their lives, especially if they're addicted to the sadness and the anger, and they look for a reason to be sad and anger, they will literally look for a reason. This is good for people like that. So it can help with digestion, help with circulation, and literally help with the physical body. It can help with the organs. It can also strengthen the etheric body. It can help you want to be healthy and to feel wholeness and to feel complete and to feel at home on this planet. So this will help you claim wholeness. Wholeness. It's also a great one to develop compassion and help others have compassion for others. And like I said, it's a great crystal for inner peace and growth. It's also a great one for empathy, to be empathetic and help others to be empathetic and selflessness, not selfishness, but selflessness. And this is a great one for inspiration. So I'm just trying to think what else. Pure happiness, pure joy. To be one with nature. To know that you are, to have that connection with the trees, your garden, the lush grass, and the beauty of nature itself. This can help us oppose the unnatural desires that you have, that you no longer want. And moss agate is a great one to bring peace between relationships. And boy, do we need peace between our friends right now and family and our co-workers. There's too much going on right now. There's just too much feelings of anger and hate. This is a stone that crystal that we can use to start building our community and our lives together. It's a one to uplift and to soothe, and to be able to uplift and soothe others. Another name that the stone is given, now go back to your notes, is the stone mother Gaia, which she's pronounced Gaia in Greece. Gaia, very, as you say, or even Gaia. But the stone mother of Gaia, that's what it's called. It has also provides anti-inflammatory properties and to help boost the immune system. Again, more studies need to be done with that, but that's what it's been used. It is a stone of renewal, to renew yourself. This can enhance your overall self esteem. So if you're starting to feel bad or doubt yourself, this is a crystal to work with to heal that. And remember, this is a success stone. And like I said, it's just very a tranquil crystal. It really is. And it may not be a fast, paced energy. It has more of a slower, low key, not low key, but low key energy. Very soothing and smooth, and also has that rawness about it. Now you can you cleanse this with water, but please to be very careful not to totally immerse it for too long, as prolonged exposure to water can really mess up your crystal. Make sure you dry it completely. Again, especially water can mess this up too much in water. So just remember that. You don't want to leave it in salt water for too long. Cleanse, remember, it's not a self cleansing crystal like others. So you may want to cleanse it, spiritually. So it's really got some good healing vibes, and it pairs well with blue lace agate. It pairs well with amethyst, and also pairs well with peridot, labradorite. It really pairs well with that, and even green aventurine. Oh, how long have I been talking? Wow, 37 minutes. I feel like I want to talk a little bit more about this crystal. Oh, this is just has a wonderful scene of the forest floor. Also, another deity it works good with is Ceres, as well as Demeter, or as we call her, Demeter here. A plant that works well with this stone would be moss, as well as oak moss. So that works well, oak moss oil. And it's also called another name for this. Go back to the names. This is how you can tell I don't have notes or a script. It's also called moss agate. It's also called gardener's stone, the gardener's stone. Nothing to do with Gerald Gardner, of course, but the gardener's stone. It just represents the bounty of Mother Earth. So maybe you're a botanist, you're a farmer, horticulturist, whatever. this crystal would be for you. So it's also used to help, promote fertility if that's what you want. Other deities, like even the green man, you can go back. So dealing with deities like the green man would be one to use this. This will get you in touch with the raw nature, the wildness, the calmness, the serenity, the peacefulness of it. So, anyways, I've been talking about 41 minutes, and there's so much to learn about this crystal. And I do hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel, as that's a way to pay me. Also, think about giving the money that you would have given to me to charities that donate to cleaning up this planet. And please think about rescuing a cat or dog from the streets, or donating to a charity, or adopt before shopping. That's another way to pay me for this presentation. And also, if you have a piece of moss agate, you can use that energy to send to me for peace in my home and success and prosperity and good luck. Even if you're watching this channel, this presentation on my channel 10 years from now, I will accept. So thank you so much for watching. Please share my video with your friends and family, and over your Facebook or whatever, in whatever social media that you are using. And as always, blessed be